Yeah. Yeah.
Test, test.
Yeah.
Acknowledge me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on through, come on through. We're just trying to get YouTube up and running. Back at you with another episode. Dope Sports Podcast.
Yeah.
Rob in the building. Almost done getting YouTube set up. We almost done. It takes a while for YouTube to act right. Oh, okay, Rob, that's what's up. What's good?
Let's go.
What's good? What's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Dope Sports Podcast, brought to you by dopecontent.com.
Yeah.
And we are joined here once again by Tony from Get the Tables.
Yeah.
Rob said, "Tony, is that you?" Yes, it is.
There it is. There we go. What's up? What's up? How you doing?
It is him. Man, it's what we missed last week, so we got a recap on All-Star, which was absolutely trash. And then you see on the screen we got Cam Newton. What should he do next? And my question with that is, should he stop doing the 7-on-7? Should he stop doing the camps for the kids and etc.? But we're gonna get into that. And before we do, Tony, how's everything going with you?
Doing good. Wife went back to night school, so it's a little bit of adjustment there. But
Oh man,
yeah. But other than that, I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm noticing something. Is that Von Wagner in the background behind you, sir?
Yeah, I lost a bet, man. I had to buy this stupid plaque.
Oh,
Luckily, it was only $20. But yeah, I had to have it up there, man. It's horrible.
what bet would get you Von Wagner on your?
I forgot what it was, or some. It was something, but I had to get the damn thing. Someone dropped like a bit, some type of bits or goal, some goal or something like that. Yeah.
Rob said
I wanted to get. I would rather have been a shirt, but that's the only merchandise that man has is a plaque.
I mean, it's Von Wagner. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else to kind of tell you. It's Von Wagner. So that is hilarious, man. He's a hence get the tape, man. Look, yeah. Well, Von does say get the table, so you're right. It goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand, Rob. You are absolutely right.
Not at all.
You know what? Let us find out that Tony's actually a Von Wagner fan and he's just pretending right now. Let us find out that's what's really going on. That he's really a Von Wagner fan. So, man, what is going on with my computer? All right, we good. So yeah, man. How's everything going? I know you said your wife had to go to night school. How's the weather out there? Is it similar
It's cold,
to Dallas?
man. It's cold. I mean, it's probably colder over where you're at, but it's cold.
It's 47 here.
Okay, we're at 50. But it doesn't feel like 50 outside. It feels a lot colder. And I think it's the wind. It's windy out.
Yeah.
Like 2 days ago, it was almost 90 degrees.
It was 91 here.
Yeah, went to the rodeo on Sunday, and it was hot as hell. It's crazy, the change in weather over a couple of days.
Yeah, so it was 91 here, and then it got real cold yesterday. It was like very low 40s, high 30s. This morning, I woke up at 5 a.m. to go to work. Check my app. It was snowing.
Really?
It was snowing. Cause I said, man, no, it ain't. Apple must be tripping. Look out the blinds. It was freaking snowing.
Bruh.
And what? 10 minutes later, all that snow turned into rain, and it was still 39 degrees. So all the snow instantly turned into rain. Like after about 10 minutes. Cool. By the time I left the house, which was like 20 minutes after me waking up, 20, 30 minutes after me waking up, it stopped raining, but it was just cold and blowing. The wind was blowing. I said, all right, cool. Go to work, do the first shift, come back. It drizzled a little bit, but it's still consistent, right? It's just windy and cold or whatever. All right, cool. Go back for the second shift. Next thing you know, it just randomly starts hailing.
Just some crazy ass weather.
Like it just randomly started hailing, and it just click, like coming down, and it did it for like 2 minutes, and then it stopped. And then the sun came out. And then by the time I got back to my station, it was a full light storm outside. Like it was about to really do some damage. It started hailing for 3 more minutes. And then then it stopped again. It's just been a crazy day with weather, man. So it's been a crazy day with weather. But we got Cam Newton on the screen now. So before we get into the NFL rumors and the NBA All-Star and the MVP race and all that, let's go ahead and talk about Cam Newton, who gets into a fight, which we originally thought was with some kids at the 707 coaches because how much bigger he is with him. And I mean, then the coaches and the grown men. And he was throwing them around like little kids. Let me just go ahead and put that out there now. But come to find out, it was 3 coaches that he got into the fight with. These coaches go on a radio show. I don't know if it was a podcast or what it was, but I saw a clip of it on Twitter, and they was like, well, nobody's talking about how Cam was talking to us the whole time, and Cam was being disrespectful. You like normally it's just trash talk, but he was being very disrespectful and all that. So people that was there saw the clip. They started posting. They're lying. These guys was talking trash from jump. As soon as they walked into the field, they were yelling at Cam. They were saying all type of crazy stuff, calling them trash, yada, yada. So when Cam talked back, they had an attitude, and the Cam team won, and they was mad about that. So Cam's 7-on-17, I guess, won a tournament or whatever they had going on out there, and they were all mad about that. So with that being said, the question I have for you is, should Cam Newton stop doing these 707 events for these kids, trying to help out and all that stuff, or should he still try to do it? Because this is not the first time he's been disrespected at these events.
See, I didn't know he was. This has been like an ongoing thing where he's been disrespected at his own 7-on-7 little tournaments he does for the kids.
Right.
I did see what you're talking about with those adults where they were trying to play up Mr. Innocent, but then there was like clips of them on Twitter talking trash,
right,
about Cam before the summer camp or whatever the camp started. So I don't think he should stop the camps over some disrespectful adults that can't just keep their mouths shut when he's doing this for the kids. I think that would be unfair for them, because a lot of kids look forward to these little camps that these football players or ex-football players hold out for them. Maybe he does something differently with the adults being there, or makes some type of more security there or something around those lines. It's just ridiculous, man. I don't know why people have something so much against Cam Newton of all people. Is it the way he dressed? I don't know. It's why everyone seems to be attacking this guy. I know he has different opinions and he has some hot takes here and there, but it's a bit ridiculous to come at him at a camp that he's holding himself where there's kids there, and there's a
trying to help them get looks. Yeah,
right. And the bad thing is, I mean, he's a former football player, folks. This guy is no slouch. He's not been in the league for a couple of years. Doesn't mean he doesn't go out and work out and doesn't do things outside of football or outside of his free time. And him to just lay them out with ease. He was just throwing them around like throwing like.
he got jumped by 3 grown men and won the fight without throwing a punch.
Yeah,
like
it's just crazy. It's wild. And no, I don't think he should stop doing what he's doing. I think he's doing a great thing for these kids, holding these 7-on-7s. If you got some bad people that are gonna show up, I think what you need to do is just get them out of there immediately. I would think that this did just kind of start out of all of a sudden. I'm sure things kind of escalated from there, and then that happened. So I'm sure in the future, Cam will have maybe some more rules laid down. But no, I don't think he should stop doing it.
What you think about his security? Shouldn't they be fired?
Yeah, for real, absolutely.
Because even
where the hell were they at?
Right, I even saw like a cop and then a guy with a staff shirt on, and it's like, yo, the fight been going on for 45 seconds to a minute, and you still behind everybody. I guess he saw Cam handling it, and he was like, well, he don't need no help.
The worst thing is, like, luckily these guys didn't have any weapons on them.
Yeah,
knives or a gun or anything that they could have hidden on them and really done some damage on Cam.
Yeah. So that's I don't know, man. At this point, I'm just like, man, if you're Cam Newton, you really don't have to do nothing else in life outside of do your podcast.
Exactly.
You can stay at home, do your podcast, and be just fine, and just go to parties and events and etc. like that, and hang out with your former NFL homies and things like that. Like this is the third time that I've seen, right?
Yeah, this is a privilege for these kids to be going to type events like this. Like, we don't know how much obviously they have to pay to be in it, but again, this is a privilege. He doesn't have to do this. He's not obligated to do these camps every year. He does it because he wants to. And if you're gonna be taking advantage of him and going up there and trying to start stuff, there's no need for him to be doing these. He has better things to do than to deal with immature adults that don't know how to keep their mouths shut and just respect the man for doing this for the kids, because that's what it's all about, really. It's not about us as adults and us to try to go out and perform him and show him that we're better than him and this, that, and the other. It's about the kids going there and being with Cam and being in that atmosphere and getting an autograph or a picture with him. The things that we're seeing online with this stuff is just ridiculous. I feel bad for Cam because he seems to be the butt of the joke a lot with former NFL players or whatever have you, because of the way he dresses and the way some of the takes that he has, that he's better than this guy or whatever have you, but he doesn't deserve to be attacked and jumped like that, like he was.
Right. So I think 3 strikes you out, honestly. If I was Cam, I'd say, man, F it. I tried. And the first 2 times, it was actual kids that was disrespecting me. Yeah. You're at my camp, and you're calling me trash. You're saying I'm a free agent and I'm a bomb. Bruh, I won a national championship. I won a state championship. I won the NFL MVP and played in the Super Bowl when my number 1 wide receiver was Ted Ginn. And we played against Peyton Manning and that loaded Broncos team. But you're sitting here talking to me, and I'm trying to help you get to where I got to. You're trying to get to where I've been. And you're talking noise, and you're a kid. So now you got the grown-ups and the coaches talking noise to him. So 3 strikes, man, I'm out. You know what? That's how y'all want to treat me for a camp that I'm doing on my own time to help y'all out. It's whatever then. You know what I'm saying? Just forget it. I do my own thing. I got a podcast that's doing well. I don't need this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And you forget that getting into the NFL is not easy. To be a starting quarterback,
right, Rob,
it's not easy. So get off of him. Like, he's doing things that you wish and dream of, that you would do in your life. Being a football player, for one, being a millionaire, for 2, and being a quarterback of a team, starter of a team, took them to the Super Bowl, like you said. Beat some really good teams to go to that Super Bowl.
And won MVP. Something a lot of them would probably never
National
do.
Championship, did all that stuff. I mean, it's just jealousy, and the only way for them to get into Cam is to talk trash. That's all they can do, because obviously on the football field, he outclasses them.
Yeah, so
it's just ridiculous.
I just don't understand it. Let me give a shout out to Jay Cross. Shout out to Jay Cross. Appreciate you joining. Rob is already always in the building. Hey, that's a business move. He had to make some mobilias before he did that, because the Marcus Ware is right there at his leg. So hey, it is what it is on that one, Jay Cross.
I hear you. Yeah.
Let me finish that shout out for him. Hopefully Stream Elements does what it's supposed to do. There you go. Good job.
All right.
Good start, Stream Elements. So shout out to everybody on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, please like the video. It helps go a long way on that. We have how many likes? We got a couple likes. We got 7 likes. That's pretty good. All right, YouTube.
Hey, I'll take that. Yeah,
I'll take it. Twitch is actually pretty dead for once at a night. This is weird for me. I'm not used to this. Twitch being dead. Well, hey, maybe notifications go out later. It is what it is. Doesn't matter. We're here. We going live regardless. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it is Thursday. Everybody and their mama live right now. You're right. You're right. But yeah, Cam. If I'm Cam, I'll just cut ties with it, or do something, because this is not happening to Drew Brees. This is not happening to Peyton Manning. This is not happening to Eli Manning. This is only with our people. So I'm gonna be the one to say it, because this is what it is. This is with our people, and I think so. The thing with Cam is it's a good and a bad thing with Cam, right? So Cam, personality is he's laid back. He's easy to talk to. He's very relatable. When people meet him, he's easy to talk to. So that's the great thing about Cam. But that could also be the reason why these kids feel that they could just talk to him any type of way.
True.
It's just because it's like, oh, well, he's like a big brother, or he's a cousin, he's yada yada, he's normal. We could talk trash to him like he's a normal person, but he's not. And then the fact that
absolutely,
what would make you try to fight a man that's 6'4", 6'5", 260, right? And this man has been seen throwing around grown men on the football field in pads, and you think you finna do something with him? Like, get out of here with that. Hey, one kid tried to punch him, and at first I thought he had actually hit Cam in the face, and I saw another angle. He swinging up high, he didn't hit Cam right here. Cam just looked at him and started smiling. It's just like, bro, you can't do that. And then another thing with Cam, I got people hitting me up on the web. What is going on? People hitting me up on the website. You got, I guess, people trying to join the team now since I made that post. We're still adding, y'all. Just be patient. I haven't been able to get everybody. Just be patient, y'all. Just be patient. Jay Cross said he would have cut ties. Yeah, facts. He said he loves the night sports. Yeah, it's pretty dope, man. And I'm more awake than I am, coming back from in between shifts at work. So night shift is what we're probably going to end up doing from now on. But yeah, Cam, man, why would you want to fight this man? It doesn't make sense to try to fight this man. I guess since you thought you had your homies that you was going to get some damage done, and Cam just laughed at you. Like, Cam had a car wreck on the way to practice, and he was smiling, laying on the concrete, just smiling. He beat Josh Norman up, and he smiled the whole fight at practice. Like, that's not somebody you want to just tussle with just because you mad for whatever reason. But that's all I got on Cam. You got anything else on him?
No, I said my piece, man. Kids and these adults are taking advantage of it, and if I would not blame him if he stopped it. I wouldn't hold it against him.
Yeah, I would personally cut ties. I will cut ties. That's 3 strikes, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
2 times it's the kids. Last time is adults. All right, bye. I'm out. But let's get into it. We got some NFL rumors to get into, NFL free agent rumors, and we got the NBA All-Star recap that we got to do, which was trash. So that's part of my recap already. And then we have MVP race, MVP odds. So we're going to get into all that. So let's play this intro and we'll be right back. Yep. We are back. Thank you guys for joining on YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah.
If you're on YouTube, please hit that like button for us to help us go a long way. If you're on Twitch, you already know what it is. If you're not following us on Twitch, please do so, because we do everything over here: sports, wrestling, music, etc.
Yeah.
I am joined by Tony from Get the Tables.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow them on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Make sure you follow them on all platforms. And again, dope content. Yeah, just go to the website if you get lost. Dopecontent.com. It's pretty easy. We're everywhere. So let's get into the NFL rumors. I don't even know where I want to start with this one.
A lot of them.
Let's get into the Chiefs. The Chiefs gives L'Jarius Sneed a franchise tag, and they give him permission to seek a trade as well. So they franchise tag L'Jarius Sneed, star cornerback, and they gave him permission to seek a trade. Do you think he ends up in Kansas City?
Ooh, that's tough, man. I feel like at the end of the day, he'll end up back with the Chiefs. I know there's rumors of him possibly going to the Eagles. I know they've been not really silently, but other players on the team have been trying to recruit him to go to Philly. I'm not sure what the Chiefs are going to ask in return for Sneed. I don't know if there's certain draft picks that are involved in a franchise tag. I don't know all those rules, but it's going to be interesting, man, because I know he's been a huge part of that defense, and he wants to get paid eventually. If you're Kansas City, can you afford to lose him? I'm not sure. He was a huge impact to that defense. I know you got McDuffie, who's young, and you may be able to bring in, a free agent or cheaper. Two.
Yep.
Yeah, or possibly draft a corner as well to replace him. So, but at the end of the day, I think he stays with the Chiefs.
Stephon Gilmore might be free for cheap like he was with Dallas. We only had him for 1 year. Push play the DJ in the building.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow Push Play the DJ if you're not doing so already.
Yeah.
On all platforms. Jake Cross on YouTube talking about come start with Barkley to Dallas. You know you want to. First of all, let's go ahead and shut that down now.
Is that an actual rumor? The hell?
I don't know why, because Saquon Barkley's camp is already saying that they're picking Houston as their favorite. So I don't know where you're seeing that. It'll be nice if we got Saquon Philly. I'm the J Cross. It'll be nice if we got Saquon. I just don't think it's gonna happen. And I'm gonna get on the Cowboys in a minute. I'm trying my best not to, rant. I've been good since the last, the ran after the Packers game, and I ain't been talking about them, so I've been good. But I got to get into these Cowboys before we get off this topic too. But Saquon is targeting Houston, according to multiple reports. If that happens, I think we're talking maybe AFC Championship game.
Yeah, I mean, that offense would be pretty explosive, especially if they bring in a guy maybe like Mike Evans, hopefully not, or some other wide receiver.
But you got Tank Dell getting back healthy.
They got
you got
Tank
Nico
Dell.
Collins.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. They have the talent. I don't know if they re-signed Dalton Schultz because I think he was just there for a 1-year deal. You would think they try to bring him back because him and Stroud had a pretty good relationship on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a scary team. Don't get me wrong. Their offense isn't what I'm worried about. It's their defense. Their defense, they're going to have to upgrade on some positions. Maybe in that secondary, the linebackers. Obviously, the defensive line is pretty solid, but they do need to upgrade in some other areas other than just offense and be this automatic top 3 AFC team. I do think Barkley would help them a lot. Don't get me wrong, because they had a carousel of running backs throughout the whole season, and they still were pretty good. So them getting Barkley on top of whoever may bring in as well, plus whoever they have already, yeah, there would be a scary team on offense. But I do hope they concentrate on the defense as well.
Yeah, which, I mean, they got a lot of money. I believe they were $28 million over the cap during the season. So it was either them or Chicago. I'm getting them kind of confused. But Rob, what you got, man? Rob was talking about
here we go.
Breaking news. It's probably something stupid like with the Saints or something.
I saw that.
That's not breaking news, because I was actually about to say that next. So yeah, well, thank you, Rob, because you segue us right into the next topic, which I was getting into. Alexander Madison, running back who just signed an extension with the Vikings, and they got rid of Dalvin Cook to keep, is now gone. Where does he end up next year?
Yeah, that's interesting. That's kind of a head scratcher a little bit, because like you said, they let go of Cook to give Madison the lead job. He wasn't great as a starting running back. I think he's more of like a 1-2 type of deal, where you just kind of switch them out here and there.
There's a lot of them like that.
I don't know, man. I couldn't really tell. Maybe Dallas. I mean, Dallas can use him.
No, hell no. We don't want him. No.
I think he needs to go to a team where he'll be.
He go to Philly.
Full. There you go.
Yeah, go to Philly.
Hey, you need to shut up, Jeff. That's not true. I don't know. It's tough, man. It's really tough to see where these guys are going to go, because it's really early in the off season where we haven't seen, I think, a domino effect where one guy goes here and then we see the dominoes start to fall. Once that happens, I think it'll be a little bit more clear on where people are going and who we may see people go to. There's going to be a lot of teams that need running backs. You know, Cowboys. If you want to throw Philly out there, sure.
No.
You know, Chicago needs a running back. There's a lot of teams that need running backs. But again, I don't think he's a guy that you can give it the ball to 15 to 20 times. I think he's a guy like he go out there and he's a tempo guy. He splits carries with someone. So it's kind of tough to see where he could land at this point.
I see him like, I can't. Wow, I was about to say Pittsburgh, but they got 2 running backs now. It's Chicago, like kind of like, I think Rob said that.
Chicago, yeah, Chicago. I can see them.
Yeah, Chicago. That's their type of running back.
Indianapolis. You know, they got Taylor. They could put Madison behind him
yeah.
to kind of to split the carries, give Taylor a little bit of a break here and there during the game. I don't know, man. I couldn't really tell you, because, like I said, I don't think he's a starting running back. I think he's a guy that you split carries with, kind of like what the Cowboys did with Pollard and Zeke, and we saw what they did with Minnesota with him and Cook. And he was very successful when that happened. Granted, when Cook went down and they put Madison in, he played very well. Meaning that's what made Vikings be like, all right, we can let go Cook. We have Madison, but I think they were mistaken.
Well, XFL maybe or UFL. Let me say.
Damn.
Because I mean, it's some good running backs coming out the draft. I personally hope the Cowboys go after Trey Benson if they're gonna go the running back route in the draft from Florida State, of course. By the way, just a quick, I ain't even gonna go on a full rant, but just if you pay attention to the combine, Florida State players are showing you that they should have been in that playoff, because they are absolutely dominating the combine right now. From offensive line, defensive line, they just all killing it. But whatever, that's all I'm gonna say. We ain't even gonna go there today, right? But Trey Benson is somebody that I would love for the Cowboys to get in the market, running back market, if they don't get, you know, like a Derrick Henry or a SAQUON, which this is crazy. This is crazy to me. Cowboys fans want Derrick Henry so bad. And I get it because he has the name, but Derrick Henry is 30 years old, right? And let the NFL people tell it, the NFL experts and the Cowboys fans who's experts that want to get rid of Zeke, 30 years old is old, right? That's a lot of wear and tear on your body, right? That's why they wanted to get rid of Zeke, because they thought Zeke was the problem. And I kept telling folks, no, Zeke is carrying the load. Tony Pollard is getting the flashy plays after Zeke wear him down. You saw that last year when Tony Pollard got the start. Tony Pollard put up the same numbers Zeke put up. And the problem is we didn't have nobody to come behind Tony Pollard like we had Tony Pollard to come behind Zeke. So you got rid of an old, bigger running back, or older and bigger running back, power back, and now you crying and begging for another older, bigger power running back.
Yeah, makes no sense. And like you said, there's the market for the running backs. It's pretty heavy this year. You got Henry, you got Josh Jacobs, you got Barkley, Pollard, Eckler. You got Zeke still. You got Devin Singletary, had pretty good year with the Texans. DeAndre Swift is still out there. Cam Akers,
that's who I would take.
Pretty good. So I mean, there's some pretty solid running backs that are going to be free agents this year. So I mean, like you said, I think once Derrick Henry signs with the Baltimore Ravens, then the domino effects.
Oh, that's gonna be nasty though. Oh, that's gonna be nasty. If he goes there with Lamar, and then you still got Keaton Mitchell and you got Gus Edwards. Oh man.
Well, Gus is a free agent. I mean, he may be gone.
Well, that's fine too. But you're still gonna have Keaton Mitchell because he's under contract. Yeah. What's the other guy that came in after Keaton?
Dobbins.
Well, Dobbins always get hurt, so I'm not even going to count him right now. Was it Justice Hill?
Yeah.
He started balling this, man. Say it's going to be crazy if he goes to Baltimore.
I mean, that team, Baltimore's running out of. Look, I'll tell you this right now. Baltimore's running out of excuses, bro, of not being in the Super Bowl. You know, first off, it was Lamar not having. You know, it was the injury bug. Oh, when they get far in the playoffs, they get hurt. So then it was, Lamar don't have the weapons. He doesn't have the offensive players to get them there. If he gets Derrick Henry and whoever else they may bring in as well, I mean, excuses are going to stop, and they're going to start blaming someone else, and his name's Lamar.
They already blame Lamar, and Lamar should get blamed for this last game because we talked about it. He wasn't himself. He refused to run out the pocket for whatever reason. He just wasn't himself. But looking at NFL.com, the Ravens are trying to beef up their O-line, so they think that's a problem, which it kind of was, but I get it. If you beef up the O-line and get Derrick Henry, it's crazy. It can be scary. Now let's get to these Cowboys real quick, because Jerry Jones is already on record, as he is every single year when they lose. I don't know why the Cowboys fans keep drinking this Kool-Aid and falling for it. Every time they lose in the playoffs, maybe a week or two later or right after the Super Bowl, Jerry is going to get on the radio and he's going to say, we're going all in next year. He says it every year. And then Cowboys fans, ooh, see, Jerry tired of losing. Jerry, they going to do this, they going to do this. Jerry talking about he don't really care about draft capital this year. He's going to spend money. And then, maybe a week later, Stephen Jones is, Jerry goes in every year. Jerry goes in every year, and we like our players. That's the same old. We like our players. And when they asked about extending that, because they was like, well, look, if you're going to go all in, like Jerry says, and you're going to spend money this year, you got to clear up some money, which means you got to extend Dak, and you got to extend Parsons, and you got to extend CeeDee Lamb, so you can have cap space, because right now you're negative in the cap space, and the only way you gonna get over that is if you extend these guys and then you restructure like Tank Lawrence, and you get rid of Dorrance Armstrong and Michael Gallup, and you got to figure out what you're gonna do with Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith said he don't want to play with nobody else. You got to figure out what you're gonna do with Tyler Biadasz. You got a lot of moves you got to make. So my thing is, I need you to clarify what going all in is, because now the rumor is you're not trying to get nobody no contract extension. You will let everybody be on a 1 year deal this year.
Bruh.
Coaches and everybody, coaches and superstars. That's the latest rumor as of what, yesterday? That, oh, you know, they might not extend that. They might not extend CD. They might not extend Micah. Everybody's on a 1 year deal. So if you're going to go all in, like you say, I need you to make it clear on which version of all in is. Because there's an all in where you extend these guys, you free up a lot of money, and you bring in people with them. You go get the SAQUONs or the Swifts and whoever else that's out there that you might think you need. You go get those type of players. Or all in is you're going to get this roster as it is. This roster as it is. 1 more year. And just let them all play on expiring contracts. And if they fail, you just get rid of all of them and start over.
Bruh.
So you need to clarify what version of all in you talking about. Because right now, y'all sound stupid as always. And everybody don't know what's going on. Cowboys fans on the timeline stressed all day. Jay Cross, Michael Gallup is going to be a Philadelphia Eagle next year. So y'all have fun with that. But actually, he might go to Atlanta or somebody like that. Somebody like that could use him. But yeah, I need you to clarify what all in is. And Jerry's in hot water anyway, because I don't know if you heard this news, but let me pull this up. A judge has ordered Jerry Jones to submit a DNA test after being sued by a 26-year-old lady in March that said so this not even the same one as last time. This is somebody else that's suing him that say he's been paying her hush money. So now he got to do a DNA test this time. So Jerry, well, you got a lot of stuff you need to get together, man. You out here slinging blue pills and whatnot. I need you to get it together, Jerry. But yeah.
But for real, yeah, you're right. I mean, Cowboys got a lot of questions. You know, got my Bucks here too. We got Mike Evans going to be a free agent. We released Barrett to get some more cap space to try to. Oh,
y'all already released
Mike Evans. Yeah, we released.
Oh yeah, you know
Barrett.
what? I reposted. Yeah, you did. You right.
Yeah, to get him out of there so we can release some more cap space. I believe in the Bucks. Like, I know probably the smart thing to do would be Mike Evans leaving the Bucks, but he's very dedicated. Apparently, he wants to retire a Buck.
I don't know.
So I mean, hey, more power to him. He got his ring. Maybe he's satisfied with that one ring. I don't know, but the Bucks gonna have some answers. I think Devin White will be gone. I don't think we're keeping Devin White. Apparently, Levante David's either saying he's going to sign with the Bucks or he's going to retire. So that's interesting. And then the Baker Mayfield, that's the big question mark. What we do with Baker. So a lot of questions to be made in these next month or two with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Does Mike Evans leave, or does he go back to the Bucks? I don't know, man. I'm worried that we're going to lose Mike Evans. I highly doubt we keep him because he will have to take a pay cut, obviously, because he can get paid a lot more going somewhere else. But we'll see what happens. I know a lot of people are speculating he goes back to Houston because that's where he's from. He's from Texas, which makes sense.
That's what I would do.
I mean, if I was him, I'd probably go to Houston as well. But it's going to be interesting to see where these Ducks fall, where the Bucks with Baker and Mike. And apparently Mike and Baker have a great relationship, and like what's all I'm reading from these Bucks beat writers is what I'm just following what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens because Devin White's gone. He'll be gone, and Levante is the big question mark as well. I don't think the Bucks are good.
That's who's gonna get Matisse. Y'all gonna end up with Matisse.
Why do you say that?
Because you guys need a running back. He's a running back. He's cheap.
Fuck that.
There you go. He's gonna be there.
Rashard White, bro. Come on, man. Don't be dogging my boy Rashard White.
Like you said, Matisse could be somebody right behind him. And he comes.
I mean, I would. You know what? Behind him, I wouldn't mind it because we had freaking Edmonds, not Edmonds. Is it Edmonds? No.
I don't even remember who y'all had behind.
Chase Edmonds. I think we
that sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, we had someone in the backfield that was a veteran that, he needed to go. So yeah, you're right. I wouldn't mind him. Cheap. Get him for the cheap though.
I just thought about that while you talking. I was like, he might end up there. He might end up in LA.
But I'll tell you this: the Bucks draft very, very well. So I have a lot of confidence with our first round pick, we'll land someone good. We got Yaya Diaby last year. We've got, Rashard White, who's been pretty good. We landed, what else did we get that from the draft that's been pretty good as well? Why am I drawing a blank on their name? When the time comes, I draw a blank. Well, regardless, the Bucks have Vita Vea,
the best safety
Tristan
in the
Wirfs.
league, according to you.
I mean, goodness gracious, we have hit on some of these draft picks. So I have confidence we'll pick some guys up in the draft that'll end up being starters down the line.
This is a pretty good draft. So there's gonna be a lot of good players coming out of this draft, quarterback wise, wide receiver wise, running back wise. So silence is starting to kick in. Here we go. Here we go with the weather. No, but let's see. That was it. Now we have a list of top free agents. Chris Jones for the Chiefs. Brian Burns from the Lions, 26 years old. Rumored to go to Philly, and I'm not liking that. So Kirk Cousins.
Man, if Brian Burns to the Philadelphia Eagles, holy shit.
I'm going to be mad if they go he go to the Eagles. Kirk Cousins, 36 years old. Who gets Kirk Cousins? Maybe Indianapolis. That's the only team I can see. Indianapolis or Pittsburgh.
I think if you're Pittsburgh, you take a look at him. If I know a lot of these teams, like I know for one, the Falcons are rumored to get Justin Fields.
Oh yeah,
that was my next Justin story. Fields. Yep. Why not go after Kirk Cousins?
That was the story.
I think get a nice veteran there at quarterback in Atlanta. With the weapons that you have, man, I don't see anything wrong with that. I would definitely do that. I would consider it if I'm Philly. I'm sorry, if I'm Pittsburgh.
Yeah, please
Atlanta.
Go to Philly.
I mean, some of these teams that are on the brink of actually making the playoffs, but they're a quarterback away, which is like the Steelers, the Falcons. Maybe you consider it if you're the Colts, but you got to give Richardson a shot here. Eventually, you got to see what you have in him. But there's some teams that I think will pick him up that are on either on the brink of making the playoffs or they've given up on the quarterback that they have.
Yeah, so speaking of quarterbacks, Justin Fields has interest from the Raiders, Falcons, and the Steelers. I would love
to see him in Pittsburgh, man.
I was just about to say that. Because Pittsburgh, all they needed was a quarterback, and they would have took out your Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Hey, I'm telling you, I'd rather him be in Pittsburgh because I think he'll do so good there. Atlanta, I think, will be sneaky good. I don't think he should go to the Raiders. Nice too.
I mean, the Raiders, they turned it around too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess all three options are pretty good, if you're asking me.
In order, the Raiders are last, probably.
Yes, exactly. You got to go with the pedigree that seems to be the most successful, which is obviously the Steelers. You know, they made the playoffs with goddamn Pickett. So, I mean, let's be real here. Imagine adding him to the mix. I mean, they'd be a pretty damn good team.
So, I'm on NFLnetwork.com, and I made a mistake. I said Brian Burns was in Detroit. He was still in Charlotte. In Carolina. But they're saying they see him going to Detroit. That's the number one option.
Ooh. Hey,
and then
that would help them out a lot.
And then scrolling down, they have Kirk Cousins staying in Minnesota. They have Josh Allen, the DN from the Jags, going to Washington with Dan Quinn.
Wow.
They have Josh Jacobs going to the Cowboys.
I wouldn't mind that. If I'm a Dallas fan, I would dig that.
They got Mike Evans staying at Tampa Bay. They got they got SAQUON going to the Ravens. Oh man.
Oh, you know what? If I'm the Ravens, I would go after Barkley first. Then Derrick.
Yeah.
Because why are we all of a sudden assuming that Derrick is automatically a grab by the Ravens when Barkley is obviously the younger, better running back right now?
They got Daniel Hunter, the edge from the Vikings, going to the Raiders. They got Odell Beckham going back home to New York to the Giants. Why would he do that? But Chase Young going to the Cardinals. Antoine Whitfield Jr. going to the Colts.
Bruh, that ain't happening. He's getting franchise tag, so that puts that down immediately. He's getting tagged. That
don't mean they can't sign him.
That man. He ain't going nowhere.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson staying in Detroit. Tyler Boyd going to Carolina. Derrick Henry to the Patriots. Why? Maybe I guess they know the Patriots is looking to get like a Caleb Williams or somebody like that. So, but this is according to NFL.com. This is where they have these players going. They have Chris Jones going to Houston, Texas.
Bruh. I can see that.
So those are some of the big names right there. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But you got anything else on free agency?
No, I'm just excited for it, man, because there's a lot of good players out there this year, and it's going to be interesting to see where everyone goes.
Jay Cross said NFL.com don't believe your facts, but I since I was on there, I just had to go ahead and read it off. Right?
It's definitely interesting to see where they have some of these players go, like like Barkley to the Ravens. I never even thought about that, to be quite honest with you. I mean, that's a pretty good, but can the Ravens even afford him?
That whack contract he took last year, they could get over on him somehow. Just trust me. He did all that holding out just to take a franchise. Man, yeah. SAQUON.
T. Higgins is getting tagged, Rob. He's getting tagged.
Yeah, it's a lot of franchise tags that's getting handed out. So, but they say Odell, and I have heard this even last year that Odell wants to retire as a Giant. So that could be why they have him going back. But it is what it is. Let's get into NBA talk. And we're behind because we missed last week. So we had the NBA All-Star weekend. Dame Lillard wins the 3-point contest. That was probably the best thing of the weekend outside of Sabrina and Steph going head-to-head in the 3-point contest. But did you watch any of the All-Star weekend? Like, did you watch the skills?
Oh, the game? I didn't watch. Yes, I watched most of the Saturday night stuff. Didn't watch the game. Was not intrigued by the game whatsoever. I watched the slam dunk. I watched the 3-point. I watched the Curry thing. I watched the skills challenge. I don't mind that stuff. Like the dunk contest, I thought it was mid, but it wasn't awful. There were some dunks were nice. But when you have to have Jaylen Brown, that was horrible.
I hyped him up and he came out and did that.
I told you. But when you have to bring in a G leaguer to make your slam dunk contest semi-entertaining, that's bad. That's bad.
Look. Ain't no stars gonna get into it. That's why I tried to hype Jaylen Brown.
I don't understand. Like,
it's LeBron's fault.
It is LeBron's
he started
fault
that
to begin with, but they need to put some more incentives in these games or these to get people to actually be in it. Because winning, I don't know how much you win for a slam dunk contest, but it's nothing to them. It's more for these younger cats to go out there and to win, because it's actually money that, that's like, why was the playoff, or what is it, the mid-season tournament was so successful? Because of how much they were going to get paid,
right? And
how much these guys on the sidelines were going to get paid. So it kind of motivated everyone else to get involved and try to win it for them. You gotta increase these prizes, man. You gotta increase the money payout. I know a lot of them that are in the actual All-Star game are $1 million is probably nothing to them, which I understand. But they need to they need to do something to get these players to actually want to play. Because I hate to do this, but when I was growing up, you didn't see that shit. These guys took East versus West was a personal thing. It was a one-on-one. I'm gonna guard this guy.
The best versus the best.
Yes. There was no, oh, let's let them just drive right by me and do a 360 windmill dunk and let the crowd go crazy.
Let's shoot
like,
from the other side
happen.
of the court for no reason,
yes.
Luka.
That shit did not happen. Like, one of the best All-Star games I've ever seen was when Iverson went off in the fourth quarter.
Right, him and Marbury.
And it wasn't like they were letting him shoot threes. Guys were taking turns guarding that man. They took this shit personal.
You know what?
It's just ridiculous.
I struggle with those two All-Star games between 2001 and 2002, Jordan's last All-Star game.
The 2002 was good because everyone took turns guarding Jordan.
And they went to overtime, and Kobe wasn't having that. Kobe was like, I don't give a damn, this your last game. I'm getting mine.
Man, 2001, when he had Iverson, he had Marbury. Man, those two were just going off.
Vince Carter went off too, yeah.
Dude, like, you can't stop. Like, that is entertaining basketball.
Rob, this is your day.
not what we're getting today. Like, this shit is crap. I would not buy a ticket to an All-Star game. Now, I don't know what Stephen A. Smith's idea was. So I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Jeff, but anything. I know one lady said, why don't you put home court advantage on the line? Like what baseball does. But I don't think that makes any sense. But it just, I mean, it does in certain ways. But some of the comments were like, why would a last standing team want to help a good, like, you know, why would they want to help each other out? You know, something around those lines. And I get it, but
first of all, they're not going to make the playoffs anyway, so it don't matter.
Right, exactly. But like some of the comments underneath that tweet was they made some sense to it, but they need to do something to change up the All-Star
So basically, whoever wins East and West, whichever side wins the All-Star game, they get home court advantage in the finals.
Correct.
And I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I don't either. Maybe it would get them to play competitive.
The last competitive game was right after when Kobe died, and they first switched to that 24-point thing. Yeah. And then it was all trash. And then they got to that fourth quarter, and they started playing
hard.
That was the last time they played hard. After that, this is the thing. Like you said, you don't want to go with the whole back in my day type thing, but this is what it is. LeBron is really the last guy from the back in our day era. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the last guy that actually competed in All-Star games. He played against Kobe's, Iversons, and Shaqs and all that. And LeBron is at the age now, well, KD too. LeBron and KD are at the age now where they trying to let these younger guys get shine. You know, he's like, we've been to 20 All-Star games. We're going to do our thing in the first quarter, and we're going to let y'all shine. So once they get out the game, it's a wrap. And that's what it is. Once KD and LeBron, because they are the last of that generation, once they leave the game, these younger guys, they just walk out there. Dame will hit some threes. Steph would just hit threes just to match Dame. But outside of those two doing that, nobody else cares.
Yeah, post the link, Jeff. Post the link. My thing is, nobody in that All-Star game, and you may want to debate if it's LeBron and KD. That's fine. But none of those people in that All-Star game had the Mamba mentality. None of them. Where every game is a real game to them. Again, and that's how Kobe took even the All-Star game. He took it personal. Right. They ain't about to beat me. Like, that's how they should play it. Look, I get it. They don't want to get hurt. They don't want to do this and that. Blah, 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 blah. Then don't be in the All-Star game.
Exactly.
If you're so scared about getting hurt and you're so scared about doing this and that, then don't be in the damn game. That's fair and simple. Like, it's just ridiculous of all the excuses people come up with for these $1 million players that it's just getting old now. Like, this is the weakest All-Star game I've ever seen in my life. Oh. And I've watched basketball almost all my life here. And this was like, it was horrible.
Yeah, Jake Cross, yeah. I'm glad that he said, I actually agree with Stephen A. for once, because that was something similar to what I had. My thing was either get street dunkers, which apparently that's exactly what Stephen A. Smith said, or get some of these college guys, bring them up to the All-Star weekend, let them dunk, and you mix the college guys with the G League guys. Because if you look at their dunk contest, they are killing the NBA's dunk contest. It's not even close. So if you don't want to do street ballers because they're technically not in the league and all that, use some college, use some NCAA guys, and you mix them in with the G League guys. That's what I would do. So I agree with Stephen A.
Yeah, like you're saying, like the G League, like they sometimes show the G League dunk contest on NBA TV,
and it's
Those
killing.
boys go all out.
It's killing.
They do some very entertaining, some creative stuff.
Yeah.
If you don't have anyone that wants to be in it because they're scared to get embarrassed, at least Jaylen Brown went out there and got embarrassed. He didn't give a shit. He didn't care. He said he'll do it again. And he then looked like a fool out there. At least he's able to go out there and had the nuts to go out there and get embarrassed. Like not a lot of these other players are scared to do.
He jumping over Kai sitting down. That's like my youngest son is taller than Kai sitting down, man. I can jump over that. Like, what we doing here, man?
They need to do something to make this All-Star game a little bit more entertaining, and the festivities. Like it's cool with Curry and
Sabrina.
It's cool to see them go at it. That's cool.
Nesso,
and I'm sure next year will be Caitlyn against Curry, or maybe they do like a triple threat match or some kind of contest. But
it should be Dame. It should be Dame and Caitlyn versus Steph and Sabrina.
Oh, like a team,
yes,
2-on-2. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like that's cool. Like I don't mind that. I think the skills challenge is always the skills challenge.
But I didn't like it this year. You know why? Did you notice how big the doggone nets were? The passing nets were this year?
Oh, they made them bigger, right? So they can actually make them in.
Dude, I could throw into that with no problem. Like, what are we doing? Like, are we that soft as a community now? Bink in the building. Shout out to Bink, man. Make sure y'all follow him if you're not doing so.
I don't want these guys to get embarrassed, man. It's all about them not being embarrassed.
If you can't do a bounce pass like everybody else did a bounce pass, you don't need to be an all-star skills challenge.
Mm-hmm.
What, dude? Bruh, go. If you didn't watch it, go watch it. That doggone net was so big. I was like, what is this? Like, what? What are we doing? Like, they can't even do that. To the point, like, this is horrible, man. And then the actual All-Star game finished 180. It was 211 to 186. 211 to 186. 53 points by the East in the first quarter, 51 in the second, 56 in the third, 51 in the fourth, versus 47, 42, 47, and 50. What are we doing? Who's watching that? That's worse than the Pro Bowl now.
Nobody's watching it, man. That's the thing. Nobody's gonna watch that crap.
I don't understand it, man. Then you got Anthony Edwards talking about, well, it's like a vacation to us now. We don't take it seriously.
Exactly.
But
I mean, he's right. He's 100% right. It is a vacation to them. None of these guys care, man. It's like they don't, and that's why you gotta add something there to make them care. Man. And if you want to do the home court advantage thing, I would be okay with that, because maybe they would start caring.
I'm done.
Because it's ridiculous that these people are going out there and spending bukus of amount of money to watch an All-Star game, and they get half-ass performances, because that's what they're getting.
Because it's a lot of money to get in those games.
It is. It's not cheap.
It's a lot of money to get in those games, and bro. I would stand on this hill for the rest of my life. I've been standing on this hill. We did the whole 90s, 2000s, and current, 2010s last year. I would stand on the hill. The 2000s era is the best era ever in the NBA. Mm-hmm. It's better than the 90s, absolutely. Better than the 80s, better than the 2010s, better than now. It's just what it is. This is ridiculous. I mean, you had Karl Anthony Towns get his 50 points off the bench. He was the only one that was trying to do something. But yeah, this is trash. And speaking of Jaylen Brown, we talked about the dunk contest. We already kind of talked about this last time, but he wants to reduce it from 65 game minimum to 58.
Bruh. This boy's soft as fucking butter, bro.
Thank you. Like, what? Dude, you're making Jaylen Brown's contract is $300 million. You think somebody want to hear about you oh, I have to play 82 games. Not even that. You don't even have to do that. I have to play 65 games. And you're complaining? And you make $300 million?
And did they decrease the amount of back-to-backs as well?
Yes, they already did that 2 years ago.
This guy realizes that just because there's a 65 game minimum doesn't mean he has to play every fucking game. He could go out there and literally start the game, play 5 minutes, and sit the rest of the game.
But dude, you play 82 basketball games.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's ways around beating the system, Jaylen Brown. Like, you don't even have to play a whole game. If you're feeling fatigued or I'm hurt, you can just tell the coach, hey man, I want to stay with my guidelines of the 65. Can I play 5 minutes or 10 and then the first quarter and then I sit out the rest? That shit could happen because technically he's playing.
Bro,
these players, man, like
$300 million
that they're getting money out the yin yang here. Like, this money is unbelievable amounts. And they can't play 65 damn basketball games.
When you got high schoolers and people younger than that playing their regular season at school and then doing AAU all summer and then going right back to, they're playing non-stop. But we
play basketball after school every day of our lives. And you can't play a basketball game inside of an arena
for
with
$300 million, bro.
And
I'm done. Like this generation, man, it's soft. I'm sorry. I said it last time we was live. I'm gonna say it again. This generation is soft. Bruh. NFL players, like I kind of get NFL because that's a physical game,
man. Because that you get beat up. Bro.
Yeah, so I get that, but at the same time, these players don't get hurt like that on it. You get hurt doing anything. Greenlaw got hurt jumping up and down on the sideline, and he's out for the year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
shit happens.
Like shit happens, you can get hurt doing anything on that turf. So man, this and my thing is they get hurt, they get more injured, or they get injured more, I should say, when they're trying not to get hurt versus just going out there and playing and having fun. Mm-hmm. That's always been the case. We learned that as kids. Just go out there and have fun, because when you think about trying not to get injured, that's when you get hurt.
Exactly. 100%.
So like I don't understand, bro. You too tired to play an all-star game? You don't want to compete in an all-star game because you.
It's not only that, they get like 4 extra days off after the all-star game. We didn't have games till like Thursday after the after the Sunday game. Like what the hell? And then
you don't want to play 82 games, so they you know what? Let's make it a 65 game minimum. No, we can't do that either. Let's take it back even more. Let's make it 58. You make $300 million, bro. Bruh. $300 million.
It's ridiculous.
And let's just take away taxes and lawyer fees and all that. Let's just say you make $200 million in your contract. Bruh, man,
that's not even endorsements.
This conversation gets me mad, dog, because I'm tired of seeing this. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, man. I don't understand it. Yeah, because you're right, Bing, because I think the last regular season games are on Wednesday. Then they get Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for All-Star Week. Then they get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then they come back. Man. I don't understand it. I don't understand this generation.
Only 4 teams played on Thursday. So a lot of teams didn't come back till Friday.
I don't understand this generation, man. It makes me mad. And then, like, this is also bringing up, like, Adrian Peterson. I don't know if you heard his story, that apparently he's taking out loans, or he took out $1 million loans to pay off other loans. And now he's trying to come back because he needs money, apparently. And basically, he ran through all his money. And so now he has to sell trophies and all that, which he said he denied it, of course, but that's what everybody's rolling with. And I'm like, how do you go through $234 million?
You gotta be super careless with your money if you go through $234 million.
And then Shannon Sharp.
What the hell is this man buying?
Shannon Sharp broke down what he did for his 30th birthday, I believe. So this man flew out. This man flew out over 100 people, first class, got them all hotels. He had freaking camels at his party. He fed them the whole time they was there, and etc. Bro, you know how much money that is, right? Just on your birthday party.
That's ridiculous.
And I think I'm being generous. I think Shannon Sharp actually said 300 people, but I'm gonna just say it was 100.
Then he paid probably for them all to fly back.
Yeah.
First class. That's just ridiculous.
And you know they got top hotels.
Yeah, that's just careless with your money, man. I got feel for him, but then I don't.
No, I don't. I'm
you
sorry.
You gotta be smart with your money, bro. Like $234 million, and you just waste it away just like that. Like I get it. You want to have a good time on your birthday.
But who you trying to prove something to?
People. Yeah, that's just trying to show off your money, show off your wallet.
Man. Oh my God, man. Let's finish the NBA conversation before we get back to Adrian Peterson, because I'm gonna get back into Adrian Peterson, but let's finish the NBA conversation, because that's we almost went on the tangent there. I got mad just thinking about it. But MVP race right now, we got Jokic at number 1, Shea Alexander at number 2, Luka at number 3. Trash. Giannis at number 4, Tatum is at number 5. Who is your favorite to win MVP?
You know what? I think I would probably go SGA, man.
Hell no. Hell no. Get it.
Oh, hell no.
What is wrong with y'all, man?
Nobody expected the Thunder to be where they're at now. Like
Why not?
Top of the West.
Why not? Everybody expected them. It's been 3 years since they got their team. They talented
man,
as hell.
Young as hell. They're talented, but they're young. No one expected them.
They've been together for years now. It's like KD. Nah, hell, man, no.
Man.
Nah.
I'm gonna go SGA. I'll put Luka at number 2. It's a close race though. You gotta put Jokic number 3. Looks like Jokic is gonna win it again.
Nah, he don't need to win it again either.
No, I don't think he does either. I think it goes to either Luka or SGA, or maybe Giannis makes some type of a push. But
nope.
What Alexander's doing in OKC, man, he's putting up some Jordan-like MVP numbers. So
Luka is putting up better historic numbers that Jordan wasn't even doing. I ain't trying to hear it. Matter of fact, I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it, because you know I got it. Let's go to Jokic, since he's number 1. 25.9 points a game, 9 assists, 12 rebounds. SGA, 31 points a game, killing. 6.5 assists, 5.5 rebounds. Luka, 34.4 points a game, 9.7 assists, 8.8 rebounds.
That's pretty good.
Like, pretty good. He's averaging a triple-double. You talking about pretty good. He's averaging a 35. He's averaging a 35-point triple-double all season. Y'all talking about pretty good. Come on, man. Come on, man. So what is the MVP race about? Is it about records, or is it about the actual MVP and the best player of the year? Because if you're talking best player of the year, it's Luka.
I think it has a little bit of both to do with it. I mean, it's hard. I mean, to me, it's up in the air. It's hard to not have a case for any of these guys to win MVP. I think it all comes down at the end of the year and seeing they're still getting these consistent numbers at the end of the year. Like Luka, that's a hell of a stat line. Like,
I ain't get out of here,
sugarcoat that shit. That's good. That's really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
If he could contain that and have that throughout the whole year,
he will.
Yeah, absolutely. He should win MVP.
And see, the thing about this is, yeah, the Mavericks are not the top 3 or 4 teams in the West right now. But you gotta, if you pay attention to the Mavericks, they haven't been healthy all season. It's been plenty of times where Luka is playing without Kyrie, Kyrie's playing without Luka, and then when they both on the court, Exum is gone, Hardy is gone, Green has been hurt for majority of the season, Maxi Kleber has been hurt for majority of the season. These guys have not been able to gel as a team yet. And then once some of them did get healthy right before the All-Star break, they made a trade and got 2 more players that they had to now try to fit in rotation. Derek Lively has been injured. Now you go on a 7-game winning streak, and now you finally starting to get everybody. Dante Exum just came back last night for the first time in 2 months. Tim Hardaway has been the only guy that hasn't been injured for the Mavericks this year. Everybody has been injured at some point this season. So that's what I'm saying. Like, are we talking about? Are we basing off of seeding, or we go base it off of the actual best player in the league right now? Because best player in the league right now is Luka. It's just what it is. And I'm a Mavericks fan, so I know it sounds like a homer, but the best player in the league right now is Luka. I didn't say this last year. I didn't say Luka was okay. Spurs 37-37, end of the first with the Thunder. Okay, I see you. Let's go, Wembyama. Yeah. Let's put an end to this SGA talk right now. Let's go, Wembyama. So,
hey yo.
But the best player right now is Luka. I'm sorry. The best player right now is Luka, and everybody's talking about Luka and Kyrie can't work together and they can't do this and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and point this out now. Kyrie is averaging more points, and he's having a better year stat wise with LeBron with Luka than what he did with LeBron. 26.1 average, 5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, shooting 49.9. So let's just go ahead and say 50%. From the field goal, shooting 41% from 3, shooting 91.1% from the free throw line. That's in Dallas. In Cleveland with LeBron, 21.6 points, 3.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 45% shooting from the field goal range, 38% shooting from 3 versus 41 with Dallas, 87% shooting free throws. So Kyrie, all the people that's like Kyrie and Luka can't play together, shut that up.
Shut up, bruh.
Not trying to hear it.
I mean, I can't disagree with you on that, man. He's having a hell of a year.
And when it comes to the Mavericks, they just need to get healthy and stay healthy. That's my thing with them. If they could get healthy and stay healthy, we're gonna start seeing some things. PJ Washington. I always say PJ Walker, thinking XFL. PJ Washington had his best game with the Mavs last night, hitting 21 or 23 points. And they told him, they was like, hey, just be more aggressive because that's the reason we brought you here, to kind of be that third man. So don't hesitate, and try to pass it off to us, to Luka and Kyrie. Go ahead and do your thing. We're going to play off of you. So Kyrie told him that. Luka told him that. And he came out last night and balled. It looked like the PJ Washington from Charlotte. So, hey, man, let them get healthy. It's going to be a problem. That's all I'm going to say. But Luka should win MVP. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hit nothing else by nobody else. Luka should win MVP. You got any cases for anybody else outside of SGA?
No, not really. I think everyone that you named have a really solid chance of winning.
So, but yeah, man, shout out to everybody for coming through today on YouTube, on Twitch. Adrian Peterson. I want to get back into this now before we get up off of here. I used to feel bad for when I hear stories like this. When I heard about Antonio Walker back in the day from Boston, or was it Antoine Walker? Is it Antoine or Antonio?
Yeah, Antoine, yep.
Antoine Walker. I used to feel bad when I heard stories like that, but now that I'm older, I'm mature, I'm grown, and I've had to save money and stuff like that, and I don't make nearly as much as them, I don't feel bad for him at all now. Like MC Hammer, I used to feel bad for him. He went through $137 million.
Bruh.
How? I've been holding on to the same 800 for 3 months. How are you getting going through 137 million?
I agree with you on that. It's hard to feel bad for these guys when they make so much money and they end up being in the negatives because of this stupid decisions that they make personally. Like, like you said, with the flying out everyone and then buying camels and all this crap. Like, it's just unneeded stuff that they don't need to be buying, and it ends up biting them in the ass. And if you want to say that they deserve it, I mean, I can't disagree with you on that. And he says it's not true that he's selling his stuff, but it might be the best thing to do at this point.
I just don't understand it. I don't understand.
I don't either.
So I'm like, bro, millions. If I had 1 million, 2 million right now, I'm gonna make that stretch probably for the rest of my life, because I'm gonna figure out how to get some more money out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
exactly.
like, he was taking out loans and then didn't pay those loans, Adrian Peterson, and then he had to start taking out loans to pay those people back, and then he's not paying other people back. So that's how he got caught in this thing.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's just bad money decisions by him. He didn't have anybody in his ear to help him out. Like, it's like you said, it's hard to feel bad for him when it's stuff like this. It's his own doing. You know, it's not like he fell on hard times because of, you know, things unfortunately happened to him. This is all on his own self. Like, he did it to himself.
Yeah. So I don't feel bad for it. It actually upsets me now, versus making me feel sad for these people, man. Because that's too much money to just blow through. You got blessed and fortunate to get that, and you couldn't. Man, no, I'm sorry.
I agree with you 100%.
And I get it. You know, some people will give it up to their family and all of that. Like, I get it. Like, that happens, but even then, you still got to have a cutoff with family. Like, hey, this is how much I'm willing to give out this year. So whoever in the family actually need this amount, this is my limit for this year. And stop it. Leave it at that. No matter what they say. If they can't do what they need to do with what you gave them, then that's on them.
Exactly.
So
yeah, you don't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
100%.
I don't get it, man. It really pisses me off now. But shout out to everybody for coming through today. Good show, good conversation.
Absolutely.
If you're on YouTube, appreciate you. What Rob say? Get into the lead. They already buying new cars and jewelry.
Yeah.
But you got college kids now. NIL deals. They're buying their parents' homes now before they even get it to the league. I think it was a couple of guys in Georgia that brought their mom new homes. It was like, shoot, we got NIL money. Let's buy this house now. Then when I get to the league, I ain't got to worry about it. So, which is smart. It's real smart.
Yeah.
So
you're absolutely right. They need to do something with these guys and their money. Like, I don't know, like his family and how they didn't stop him or getting into his head or talk to him about it.
Somebody had to say something. That's a lot of money, man.
It is.
So I just don't understand it. I was trying to see who was live that I could raid from the Twitch side. Oh, Pushplay is actually DJing. So his name is Pushplay the DJ, but he's actually started back DJing on stream. So
yeah, let's give him a raid. Yeah,
shout out to Push. Let me go to Twitch real quick. Angel Ree's been saying for the longest she's no rush because of NIL deals. Yeah, I mean, well, that's WNBA. Don't even get me started down that rabbit hole. They don't. NIL deals is more money than WNBA. Just leave it at that, right? Caitlin Clark declared she's going to the draft this year. So as soon as the college season is over, expect her to get drafted by Indiana, which is going to be crazy. And so you're going to see her playing because WNBA draft, you get drafted right after college, you go straight to camp. So you're playing the same year. They don't get no breaks. So yeah, Caitlin Clark will most likely be in Indiana with Aaliyah Boston, who just came from South Carolina. So that's gonna be a crazy team to look out for. Dave is live. You're right. I streamed Dave. I raided Dave last time I did a raid, so let me do somebody different this time. I did Dave the last 2 times I did a raid, actually.
Yeah, do push. Like you said, he's DJing tonight.
If you on Twitch and you're not following my guy DJ Pushplay the DJ, make sure you do that. And then on YouTube, we gonna play this exit, and then much love to y'all, man. Let me hold on. Let me make sure this raid work. 3 seconds left. All right, Twitch, y'all be gone. Y'all be safe. YouTube, we are out, man. Much love to you, Tony. Have a good one, man.
You too, brother. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.